Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Good morning. It's Thursday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Hashtag Johnny's Bite. Share it. It's on Twitter. If you go there, you find it. Join the train. It's on Facebook. Join it. It's on WhatsApp. It's on Telegram. Join it. Hashtag is Johnny's Bite. Yesterday, I saw a statement from our sports minister after, obviously, every single Ghanaian had expressed their dissatisfaction and resentment regarding our showing at the AFCON, after we had given them every single, resource. I saw a statement. Now, pull up the sports minister's statement for me quickly. Let's see. Now, this is the statement that the sports minister wrote, obviously taking inspiration from what the people out there, the citizens, not the spectators, were talking about. It's a statement on the performance of the Black Stars in the AFCON. The entire country is extremely disappointed by the abysmal performance and early exit of the Black Stars from the ongoing 2021 African Cup of Nations in Cameroon. And the Ministry of Youth and Sports shares in the nation's sentiment, with the government providing the team all the needed logistical and financial support, including resources for preparation and participation in the qualifier stage 2, the tournament, and eventually a pre-tournament campaign in Qatar. The ministry is particularly disappointed with the team's performance. The ministry has summoned the GFA leadership to an emergency meeting scheduled for Friday, 21st January, that's tomorrow, 2022, to urgently discuss and take decisions aimed at salvaging the performance of the Black Stars, especially in the next game. The Ministry of Youth and Sports is committed in taking urgent steps to ensure that Black Stars is restored to its status as a symbol of national pride for all Ghanaians and a powerhouse of African football. Signed, Honorable Mustafa Yusuf, MP, Minister for Youth and Sports. This man previously had been MP for Yagba Kubori. He then became a national service boss, and now he's back as the MP for the area again. I had previously spoken to him about some abattoir issues, but I don't want to digress. He has written this letter, obviously seeking to pile blame on the team and on the GFA and exonerate himself. Boss, Mr. Sports Minister, you are also part of the problem. You are part of the equation, sir. You can't take yourself out. You are also part of the problem. You are part of the failure of the Black Stars. You are part of it. Because of that responsibility. When you were asking for 25 million for the Black Stars and lobbying government to give 25 million for the Black Stars, what was your game plan? When the Black Stars played and they lost in their first match, what was your game plan? I'm asking you a question this morning. You have written nice English because you have seen that the sentiment of the people is that, sack Coach Milo, disband the Black Stars, form a new Black Stars. So you are trying to play on that. I say you are part of the problem, Mr. Sports Minister. You are also part of the problem. You can't exonerate yourself of anything. When Mr. Ketokreku was telling us not to do Matrai Makwe, but he says this one is, he said it for 3 times. It is not Matrai Makwe, that we have the best.
This is not Matrai Makwe, because he's done it. He knows Ghana, he knows our culture, he knows our players, he knows our attitude. We firmly believe that we have the right man in place, a coach who is very experienced, a coach who knows our country, who knows our mentality, which is very, very crucial, and a coach who has the respect of our players, and a coach who controls that dressing room of Ghana. We shouldn't forget Kevin Barton was here, Sule Muntari was here, Michael Essien was here, Stephen Appiah was here, Anthony Anna was here, Olele Kingston was here. They all played under him. They all shared that dressing room. We had no problems. So we know our dressing room is secured. That's a big step.
This is it. We're giving full assurance. Then we went on the international stage. And what did we do? Danny Kofi Kinate's song, Wopre, 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 Wopre. Play it for me.
Actress, so CEO of something for online, but nothing there for perfect.
So, Marasha could take your time now. You have learned your lessons. Because the money we spent so far could have paid the NAPCO people. It could have paid the national service people. In fact, I urge you to use the balance that they will bring from the AFCON because they have to come in account to pay the UTAG people, to sort the CITAG people out, to sort the TEU guys out. The people want strike. This morning, local government and CLOSAG, they say they want to go on strike. Sort them out. Because the investment we made was a bad investment to start with. You asked all of us to support them. We gave them the support. What did you bring? It's akin to a child whose parents buys everything for them to go to school. We buy books, we buy laptop, we buy tablet, we pay extra classes fee, we pay school fees, we give you lunch, we give you breakfast, we give you snack, we give you everything. Then you go to school, and then when the roll is called, you are last. We'll pray too much. Take your time. Now let's go to UTAG. The University Teachers Association, they say the National Labour Council can go, the commission can go and sleep. The National Labour Commission, they are resolute in their strike. And what are they asking for? They are asking for better conditions of service. And quickly, let me do this question. Yesterday, I did some conversion on the the conversion on the internet about the currency of Belarus and the US dollars. I think I messed up a bit, but the point remains that they are asking for better conditions of service. And the point I made with that Belarus comparison also remains that you enter and there's a certain level of graduated benefit that you get, and the fact that even new entrants in Belarus may be any more than our people here, which is not too good. And they say based on experience and your longevity within the field, you're supposed to earn more. So they seem to be agreeing with UTAG. Now this is UTAG. UTAG is sending this. It's following the ruling of the National Labour Commission 30th January 2022. UTAG members in respect to the processes leading to the partial withdrawal of one of three core mandates. Sorry. Teaching and related activities as legal. The NEC of UTAG informed the general membership of UTAG about the directive of the NLC. Consequently, the 15-member branches have held independent emergency meetings to that effect, and the general membership expressed their dissatisfaction with the directive and where of the contrary view. Thus, the members have unanimously resolved to continue with the withdrawal of teaching and related services until further notice, and attach a copy of the resolutions for your perusal. By this cover note, all members are entreated to remain calm. Thank you, Dr. Asare Asante Ano, National Secretary. Now, so they all came on. This is UMAT. Okay, UMAT has come on. This is UMAT in Takwa again. This is UTAG. UMAT Takwa. Okay, I think the Takwa guys came in strongly. This is the general resolution for them. They say, "Young, go back. We won't go back until you give us what we are asking for." And this is it. They clearly are not excited. Look at all of them. All of them. All the UTAG members. UTAG, UPSA. They have signed. This one is for where? Health and Allied Sciences, UHAS, they have signed. University of Energy and Natural Resources, they have signed. They say we won't go back. What do you call it? CK Tedam, University of Technology Applied Sciences, they say they won't go back. University Teachers Association, they won't go back. Appear, I can say Appear University of Skills, blah, blah, blah. They say they won't go back. Which one is this one? Okay, so now all of them, they say they won't go back. All the 15 members, they are, and this is their resolution. They say we won't go back. So now the question is, will we give them what they are asking for? Because Nooks has thrown their support behind them. There are some freshmen who are saying, oh, we beg you to call off the strike. Boss, you just came back from SSS, keep quiet. SSS is not university. I saw some of you carrying teddy bear to university. When they start the semester, you hide your teddy bear. Because when they start lectures, you start reading and they hit you with 1 eye, 2 quizzes. You settle in, you sell the teddy bear and buy a textbook. You are freshmen. You have the right to speak. But I'm telling you that what your lecturers, who are the academicians, whose brains are used to develop the nation, whose brains are used in this information age of science and technology, engineering and mathematics, in this age of artificial intelligence, they are begging for better bread, which is a shame unto us. Our intellectual community is impoverished. Our intellectual community are impoverished. They are asking for more. Now, it appears that maybe we are not too concerned about them, but we are not thinking of the consequences of a possible brain drain. Imagine if all our professors decide that they are going to look for work outside. All our doctors, all our MPhil, who will be teaching our students in the university? Mr. First Year student, who will be teaching you? Who will be teaching you in the first year? That's the question we're asking. And you see, because it is so unattractive, when they go for sabbatical, some of them don't even return. Because it's painful. They are resolved. They say, look, you either jail all of us, or you sack all of us, or you pay us what is due us. And we want to see the money hit our accounts before we come back to the classroom. What that does is that it disorients the academic calendar. This is why I want to see the Minister for Education leading from the front. This is why I want to see the advisors of the president leading from the front. Our president has been a teacher before, economics. But the president said something which tends to give me an indication of what possibly could be why we seem to be adamant to the dictates, or if you like, demands of UTAG. Play that soundbite of the president for me, Danny. Play that soundbite of the president for me, telling us.
I don't think that anyone, but nevertheless, I don't think that anywhere in the world that people go into teaching expecting to become millionaires and make money. If you want to do that, you do other things. If you want to do teaching, it's because you want to make a contribution to the welfare of the society and its growth, and you've done that very, very well. But nevertheless, I don't think that anywhere in the world that people go into teaching expecting to become millionaires and make money. If you want to do that, you do other things. If you want to do teaching, it's because you want to make a contribution to the welfare of the society and its growth, and you've done that very, very.
Could this be the reason we are not minding the teachers? Could it be the reason that we are asking, for example, because we have a change in curriculum, the lesson hours have been extended, and we are asking teachers to go and teach for 6 hours continuous, and we are not talking about how much we are going to compensate them for, which is the reason Ghana National Association of Teachers are asking questions, and they are threatening to either go on strike if we don't do a lot of consultations. And you see, the government claims to be doing a lot of consultations, but the people they claim to have consulted always come back to say, we were not consulted. If I consult Peter Duncan, and we agree on something, it will be most unfair on the part of Peter Duncan to come out to say, I consulted you, and that you are publishing something else that's contrary to what I consulted you on. But can all the groups be telling lies? That you consulted them, benchmark values. They say the consultations were inconclusive and all of that. The president says, okay, you have communicators, defend it and do all the taekwondo defense. And then when we finish, the president says, I suspend it indefinitely. We need to be serious in this country. We need to be very serious in this country. And we'll be asking the question whether or not our elders have failed us. This is a teacher. And I heard this. I thought it was a joke. I asked some teachers. They confirmed it to me. The president, you heard him. He says, you can't be teaching and expect to be rich. Just last week, I learned JHS teachers were having a workshop or something on the new curriculum. There's this newborn mother in my house. She gave birth like 2 weeks ago. She had to carry the baby to the workshop for the 3-day period. Due to the fragility of the baby, she had to go and come by a chartered taxi every day. I'm told the transportation cost her 80 Ghana cedis every day. That's from Efidiase to Kumewu, Bodomase. She told me yesterday that each teacher was giving 30 Ghana cedis after the 3-day program, and they were promised additional later. I thought that was disrespectful. That is in this modern Ghana, 30 Ghana cedis. So I asked her, couldn't you guys boycott the money? I think telling them there's no money is better than disrespecting elders like that. They are just making the profession unattractive, and it will go backwards to where it was in the previous years. This is it, 30 Ghana cedis. And you know what? Even the 30 Ghana cedis was not given to them there and then. Even the 30 Ghana cedis was not given to them there and there. Breakfast for a full-grown teacher, 10 Ghana cedis. Even the 30 Ghana cedis was not given to them there and there. They had to go. And then later, about 2 or 3, 4 days, it will be sent to them. Teachers. And anyhow, because they cannot get rich. And I disagree with that philosophy. Why can any other profession get rich and the teacher cannot get rich? If the teacher is not wasteful and you are paying the teacher right, the teacher can save, invest, and become rich. Because there's more pressure on our university dorms. When they go for family funeral gatherings or family parties, they say, Prof Abao, Prof Abao, Dr. Abao, Prof Abao, and then they will be asking them to deliver some more money because they see them in that prestigious thing. Meanwhile, they don't get shikoto. And they taught all of us. I was taught by a professor, I was taught by a doctor, I was taught by an MPhil holder. What is their crime? They have served notice, they won't go back to the classroom. They will not go back to the classroom. And you have to do the needful. Because if for January to September alone last year, we spent over 140 million cedis. Aside all the budget lines, 140 million cedis. Aside all the budget lines on enhanced office operations at the office of the president. You'll be asking questions. Over 140 million. Over 140 million. So that's the question I'm asking. I'm asking, what did we use that money for? When we say enhanced office operations, what does it mean? And when we spent over 140 million, what results did we record? What is the scorecard? You have enhanced contact tracing. You have enhanced media capacity training. What is the result? You have enhanced office operations over 140 million. People are asking for money. How much? If you are paying NAPCO beneficiaries for the whole year, even 100 NAPCO beneficiaries for one whole year, for 12 months, 700 Ghana cedis times 100 times 12, that's 84 million. We can pay them for one whole year. We spent twice, almost twice, I should say, that amount of money to say we are doing enhanced office operations. It was presented in Parliament. Now that enhancement, what is the result? Because when you enhance something, the result should be bigger. We are getting B minus. Black stars are losing. 6 groups have gone on strike. Fuel prices are up. Everything is looking at man. We are watching. So now the question is, have our leaders failed us? What are our values these days? How much value do we place on those values? Where is our culture and tradition that teaches us honesty, dignity, purity, charity, and friendliness and all of that? Where is that? How have we preserved those ones? Who elects to speak these days? UTAG has been on strike. 6 groups have declared strike. 6 certified registered anesthetics, they are on strike. You know what that means? That means that it's possible when you go to the hospital for a major surgery, you may not get. You could die because they are on strike. And they are not asking for money. They are asking for their licenses to be renewed. They have been on strike. The chief director warned us in December that this was going to happen. They started the strike in January. We are almost ending January, and everybody is quiet as if they don't matter. Who speaks up these days? Is it our chiefs? Is it our pastors, our priests, our imams? Where are the voices of reason and conscience? The voices of reason and conscience of our nation, where are they? They used to write articles in the dailies. They used to speak up. Where are they? What do they use their pulpits for? Pastors, priests, imams. At least for every day you get people go to the mosque. What do the imams preach to them? What's the role of the elderly then? And what is the role of the elderly now? Because if you have gray hair in Africa, we make it synonymous to wisdom and common sense and a lot of experience. What role were the elderly playing back then? And what role is the elderly playing now? The elderly in society, the senior citizens, the groupies, what do they play now? Now you have a situation where old people who have served their country for 30 years or more, 20 years or more, fighting with young people over positions. What a shame. So you have a country where you have more old people employed gainfully and young people are begging for jobs. Common small jute bag contracts that used to be for party boys and girls and food soldiers. Now the old people are themselves grabbing. They are grabbing and grabbing. So what is going on? Have our leaders failed us? Chiefs, elders, Ebusiapeni, Mankralo. What roles do they play these days? What roles do they play these days? When you go into our traditional system, there's a chief, there's a chami, there's a mankralo, there's this, there's that nifahini, benkumhini. What roles do they play these days? And why are majority of them only interested in what they can get, or what they can sell off? They come, they see family property, family land, they want to sell it off, dispose it off, and get something. They are looking at bringing in business partners, but where do those monies go? Do we still have kingmakers? Jassy. Do we still have kingmakers these days? Those who deserve to be enstood. Do they enstood those who deserve to be enstood, or those who are hungry to be enstood? There's somebody who is qualified, who has been observing culture and tradition for a long time, who has been part of the system and the processes. Suddenly somebody comes from somewhere because he has a little accent, he has money, he has a little influence. We ditch the person who is rightfully to be enstood by blood, because rulership in Africa is by blood. It should be a consanguine, not a fictitious consanguine. Who do we enstood these days? And then there's chaos all over the place. Do we still reign in our chiefs? Because chiefs are supposed to have elders who must advise him. So even if Taflache, the chief, is not wise, Sebi, there are elders who will tell him, and that's why they are put under tutelage and training for some time before they are enstood or enskinned. Do we call our chiefs, our queens and chiefs in when they go astray? Where is our communal spirit, for example? The elders will always tell you, oh, back in the day, we used to do a lot of communal labor. We were part of young pioneers. We were part of this. We were part of that. And we used to do that. How have you transferred that knowledge to the young people? Are our elders failing us? I'm asking this question this morning. Because we started this National Sanitation Day. We started the National Sanitation Day. When is National Sanitation Day, first Saturday of the month, everybody is quiet. Our patriotism is gone. Where is the sense of patriotism? Where is it? Where is our national pride? What has been the relationship between the young and the old? What has been the succession plan for national development? Succession plan, what has been it? So there's somebody who is working as a big man somewhere, as a CEO somewhere. Now, The person refuses to even bring other people on. That's why we have a certain appetite of people working for 20, 30 years, 25 years, 28 years, 35 years when they finish, because there's nobody who has been trained under them to take over when they are gone. They come back and they come and ask for contract. Greedy people. They come back and they ask for contract because they know when they leave, there's nobody who can do that. They are keeping all the knowledge in their heads. Meanwhile, when they joined, other people held their hands and guided them through. So I'm asking, have our leaders failed us? What is the succession plan for knowledge and experience transfer? You have knowledge, you have experience in your field. Everybody hails you, bossu, bossu, bossu. But what is your plan? Your succession plan for knowledge and experience transfer. Then there's also the question of unexplained wealth. We have a big appetite for unexplained wealth. Somebody just springs up from nowhere. He has so much money and everybody is bowing to the person. We are not questioning where the people got the money from, whether they stole it, whether they got it through rituals, wherever they got it. We don't care. We are just interested in unexplained wealth and how we can salute people because they have a little money. Have our leaders failed us? Was that what it was in the past? Where people are now respected because they are wealthy and not because they deserve to be respected. And some of the people who are so rich, when they speak, you ask yourself, this guy, how did he arrive at this point? Has he shown working? And it is not to hate anybody or to say anybody is jealous. I'm saying that in a society, that is what we learn. You see, for example, when we wrote in that textbook that Efo agreed to do juju for the students and they passed, we're subconsciously feeding into the minds of the young people that it is okay not to work hard, it's okay to find ways and means, it's okay to go to a juju man to go and get some charms, and it's okay for you to come back and get what you are looking for, what you should have worked hard for, and as opposed to working hard. Then we have unpleasant taste for pure polished prostitution in the name of hookups. Young girls prostituting their lives on all apps. The other time somebody showed me, you go on the app, then they ask you, do you want to have a drink? You want to hang out? You want this? You want that? Then they put a price tag on it, on your dignity. Then their parents, they are not asking questions. They are going for level 100 now, right? The parents don't ask questions. You live in a single room, partitioned with a curtain, with your children and your husband. Your child goes to school, comes back with iPhone 13 or iPhone Pro Max or iPhone whatever. And you don't ask questions because you even struggled to pay for most of it. So they are patching. Then they come with iPhone Pro Max and you are not asking questions. You are an irresponsible parent. How is it that you have a young girl who doesn't go to work 9 to 5, doesn't have any entrepreneurial thing that they are doing? They are just there. They sleep when it's about 6, 7 p.m. They wake up, they dress up and go out. They go and roam, come back with friends after 1 a.m. And they are the ones who bring money to take care of the house. So now you, the mother, who's supposed to be training and guiding her, you have decided that you'll be washing for your daughter, you'll be cooking for your daughter, you'll be cleaning for your daughter, because your daughter has now become the breadwinner of your family. And they are doing pure white prostitution in the name of hookups. Have our leaders failed us? Where from this delight for guns as a status symbol at the expense of our peace and security? These days, guns have become a symbol of status. People hold guns and they flaunt them and they show them. Where is it? Where from it? Where from this nasty habit? People hold guns and it's a status symbol. They hold it. Where from the politicization of our state institutions? So that they become ping pong in the hands of the political class. I showed you, we lost 12 billion cedis. 12 billion. 12 billion cedis. 12 billion. That's what we lost. 12 billion cedis to corruption alone in 1 year. We are pushing e-levy down the throats of people. Finance Minister yesterday said that we have to stay focused to get the e-levy through. Play for me the video of Mr. Kwame Bienim and what he said to the finance minister. He said, you are the worst finance minister of all time in Ghana. This is a founding member of the MPP. This is a respected international economist.
The finance minister's management of the economy so far, it's been 5 years going into 6 years. Do you think he's done a good job?
No.
He hasn't done a good job.
He hasn't done a good job. No.
Why
he's borrowed. He's over borrowed. We are not getting back for money. And he needs to realize he is not just a budget and expenditure minister. He's minister for finance. Finance means growing the economy. He said the economy grow. We are the fastest growing.
Yeah.
The narrative is wrong. When you say the economy is growing, everything is honky-dory. And then you are asking workers to tighten their belt. Of course, they are not going to tighten their belt. You know, Ken Oforiatta has borrowed more than anybody, any other minister for finance.
This is Mr. Kwame Pieni. Go and attack him too. Go and insult him too. He's telling you the truth. And you see, when we kept the job for Mr. Oforiatta after he had done the first one, he told us, Mr. Oforiatta, look for Ecclesiastes 5 verse 5 for me. Look for that Bible verse for me. Mr. Oforiatta told us that we'll be looking at our expenditure, we'll be cutting down, we'll be stopping corruption, blah, blah, blah. He said it in the 2020 budget, read in 2019. In 2020, we lost 12 billion. He said we should stay focused and that the economy is not what fixes and that we will get there, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't lie in your mouth, Mr. Oforiatta, to be telling us what the economy is. When we go to the market, our pockets broadcast to us. It doesn't lie in your mouth to be quoting theories to us. When we go to the fuel pump, it broadcasts to us. It doesn't lie in your mouth. So why from this, you are seeking square plugs in round holes just because we want to satisfy party patronage and loyalty at the expense of national development. Where from it? Where did we learn to admit privately that something is wrong, but publicly we come to say it is right? We admit privately that Adewe is good. It's not good. Then we come publicly and we come to defend it. Young people defending nonsense. Where did we learn to dilute our security setup with party people and protocol recruitment? Where did we learn to collect money from people who want to serve their nation? Where did we learn that from? One of my many Ewe friends, he told me this. He says, Berekese, Yewe Dwanle, Avole Du. He says, Berekese, Yewe Dwanle, Avole Du. Loosely translated, he said it was the stupid monkeys of old who stood helplessly under the trees to suffer the bite of the dogs when they could have simply climbed the trees to save their lives. May that not be our portion. It is time to climb the trees, avoid the dog's bite. The wake-up call has been sounded this morning. If you're an elder, you are a voice of reason, you are a leader, opinion leader, why whatever it is in this country, the youth are asking you to wake up and smell the coffee. Take up your role as an elder and lead from your small corner and lead from the front. Lead from the front. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 5. And Mr. Oforiatta, I'm quoting this for you because you come to parliament to quote Bible for us. You wear white. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 5 says, it is better not to vow than to vow and not fulfill. It is better not to vow than to make a vow and not fulfill it. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 5. What you promised us is not what you are delivering. So we will continue to remind you just so you stay on track. About the e-levy, Danny, we're wrapping up with this one. About the e-levy. In 1995, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo led a demonstration called Kumi Preko demonstration. People died. It was against the value-added tax. It was shelved until 1998 for broader consultations. They didn't force it. The last time we tried to force it, people fought blows in parliament. However unfortunate it was. Everybody is telling you that the e-levy is problematic in its present form. And like what Nanado said, your policies have not found favor with the general masses of the people. We'll play the video. Think about these things I've told you this morning. And have a good morning. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Happy Thursday to you. Play the video.
That's right.
The policies that the government has been implementing are policies that do not find favor with the general mass of our people, and that the mass of the people of this country have been systematically impoverished during the period of Rawlings's rule. It is not a point of view that has found very much favor in the parts of the world from where you come from, who have been pouring out an endless stream of how so many things wonderful were going on, the government has been implementing. Are policies that do not find favor with the general mass of our people, and that the mass of the people of this country have been systematically impoverished during the period of Rawlings's rule. It is not a point of view that has found very much favor in the parts of the world from where you come from, who have been pouring out an endless stream of how so many things wonderful were going on in Ghana.
Got the diapers?
Check.
Good. And the baby hat and umbrella?